All right, guys. Welcome to Rant and Chill. This is just a fan talk of NEMOPHILA. Here we have Ed on the line on the Discord VC. How's it going, Ed?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. So, let's start off this. Who are you and what do you do, Ed?
Well, I'm Ed, and I'm actually a licensed dentist, but I don't practice clinically anymore. So basically, I currently just review dental claims. That allows me to do my work online, and I currently live in Colorado, about 5 miles away from Vail Mountain. So that allows me to do my work, and if it's good snow outside, I can go and ski.
Go and ski.
So that's
Man, you are
right.
living the life. It's almost like you're retired, but you're not retired.
Well, the thing is, when you live in a resort area, certain things you give up, like going out to eat because it's so ridiculously expensive.
Oh. So you eat a bunch of like ham sandwiches at home, or no, you eat good at home.
Yeah, well, you make a lot of food at home, and when you feel, you want to spend a little, you go to McDonald's.
Yeah, I get that Big Mac. Wait, hold on. How much is a Big Mac over there in Colorado? It has to be the same price, right?
It is the same price, but I believe there is there's a couple of McDonald's in the town of Vail. The one in West Vail is, I believe, probably the only McDonald's in the country that does not have a dollar menu.
What?
It does not. It does
What?
not have a dollar menu.
I mean, I'm not gonna say my kids depend on the dollar menu, but at times it's a treat, you know. Okay. So a dentist. You probably get this a lot. Is that a real doctor?
Uh,
I'm
Honestly, I
messing
think
with
we're
you.
more.
I'm messing with you, man.
No, honestly, I think we're more like technicians.
Hey, I like that.
You know, you know.
I mean, that's a hard job too. I mean, you got to stare into people's mouths and clean that. Was this before? Were you wearing gloves back then, or no gloves?
No. By the time I came out and was practicing, yeah, we wore
Ah,
gloves.
okay, that's good. That's good. I know we talked about this before we went live, but it's like when I was a kid getting braces, like the orthodontist would put his bare hands, and they're pretty much like bare hands, all hairy and stuff, into my mouth. It was disgusting. And
Well, I do remember a time when, let's see, I had to get a baby tooth pulled, and at the dentist I had at that time, um, they were not using disposable needles. So, think about that for a bit.
whoa, man.
Yeah.
Hey, this needle's good to go around. We're just gonna just keep on sharing this. Wow, all sorts of things could have happened then. You gotta think about. We're gonna get into the NEMOPHILA stuff, guys. Don't worry, but you gotta think about back in the day. People were like fast and loose with all sorts of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Car seats for babies. You don't need a car seat. What's that? Seatbelts? You don't even need a seatbelt. What's that? Fast and loose. It's like it's weird. It's amazing how people survived, but I guess it just
Well,
managed.
some things were good. I mean, I remember a time where you just went to a concert, showed your ticket, they ripped your paper ticket in half, and then you went. There was no scanning, no looking at
Ah,
stuff inside your pockets.
yeah. That was much easier, yeah, because now it's like
Yeah,
they have to go through everything you have. It's like, this is airport security. What's going on here? I'm just trying to see a
pretty
show.
much. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, come here, sir. We're gonna have to search inside your asshole. Well, I'm not hiding anything. No, you are, sir. Oh man, but I was. I was a flask. I had it wedged up there. Okay. I didn't want to pay $13 for beer and alcohol. Okay, I want to just bring it in. My fault. My bad. All right. So, Ed, I understand you are a NEMOPHILA fan. I don't know why I had to
I
remind
am.
myself of of what we're talking about here. So how did it all start? How did it all start? How did you become a NEMOPHILE fan?
It would have to be somewhere early 2021. I don't know if it was the YouTube algorithm, or either that or someone recommended to me to check out the first video I saw for them was their cover of the Trooper,
Ah, Iron Maiden's Trooper. Okay.
and I saw that and I go, all right, these girls rock. I mean, they can all play. Um, so I started doing research, and I saw they had formed a band, but then COVID had put a lid on everything just as they were
Yeah.
forming. So they did a bunch of cover stuff. So I
Yeah.
ended up checking out all their covers, downloading them all. Um, even I think I went on to Tamu's channel and checked out all her stuff. Um, so I downloaded all their stuff. Then when the albums came out, or the first album came out, um, bought that.
Mm-hmm.
Bought the early EPs, which would that be, like the Orion,
Orion, I think.
Oiron,
What's the other one?
Oiron,
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right there.
and then they did a Rate one also, I
Mm-hmm. I
think.
think you're right there.
So that would
Yeah.
be 2022, I think,
Okay.
or
Cool.
thereabouts.
So you got into them through, like, it sounds like the YouTube rabbit hole, the YouTube algorithm, or
Yes,
maybe someone
pretty
got
pretty
you into
much, pretty
NEMOPHILA.
much.
Oh, look at that! Look at that! They got you exposed to it. I mean, were you already curious about like Japanese metal beforehand?
Yeah, because at that time um, I was already into baby metal, 2021. So I'd seen baby metal by that time 3 times. Bandmade, 2021. So I saw them twice, I think, at that time.
Okay.
Um, Omniosa I had gotten into, but they're never coming here. So Love Bites. Actually, I got into Love Bites. I kind of blind bought their first album.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
And did you
And
like it?
when I played that, I was like, whoa, this is like Iron Maiden, but better. You know?
Yeah, it's like Iron Maiden cranked to 11. It's like
Yeah,
those
yeah,
girls, they reverse engineered what Iron Maiden did and was like, you know what?
right,
Let's just make it more aggressive. Let's just go balls to the
right,
wall. Which is crazy because when you see them play the music, they're like these, and I'm going to say it this way, it's fun, beautiful women who look elegant, okay? They look sophisticated. And it's like, I can't believe this powerful sound is coming out from them. You know? It is,
right.
that's why I think, like, the best way to see Love Bites is like live, or just watch their like live performances, and it's like I can't believe this is happening. What it's happening,
Right.
and they always have great shows like lasers going off all over the place now and all that stuff. It's cool. Anyway, you talk about Love Bites. That's one of my favorite bands on this channel, as you probably could guess.
Yeah, so I was into them. I was into Unlucky Morpheus.
That's a good band too. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and I know this is a little bit more mainstream, but I forgot to talk about them too, as I got into Scandal also.
Oh, Scandal, yeah. That's a
Yes,
band I've been
yeah.
recently getting into, which is weird because they've been around for a long time, and
For a long time, yes.
they received a reward for recognition for being a consistent band for the longest running with the same lineup, all female band.
All girl band, yeah.
Yeah,
17 years, I think.
I thought it was. Wait, is it 17? If 17's not right,
It's 17, yeah.
is it? Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
Oh man, that's a long time.
Oh,
Okay.
and well, this is getting slightly off the subject. I was supposed to see them on their last American tour, uh, but I was going to go see them in Anaheim, but then they canceled that week because 3 of the members got COVID.
Oh wow. Unfortunately, that happens. That sucks. That sucks.
Yeah,
But speaking of
yeah.
COVID, and brings back to the NEMOPHILA stuff, so you got into them because of Trooper, right? The cover of Iron Maiden, and
Right.
as you mentioned before, they had when they formed around the time COVID happened, and there wasn't a whole lot that they can do, right? You can't really,
Right.
you can't perform live, you can't tour or anything like that. So what can you do? You can create music on YouTube, and they used that. I mean, they used that to their advantage. That I think that's how people like discovered them. Figured, oh, hey,
Right.
these,
Right. A
these
lot of their
girls are playing
covers.
Iron Maiden, like you said.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think at the time I discovered them in 21, they I think they had already done that first early stream that without a crowd, without a audience. I don't remember when that was. I do remember I was able to find it and download it, even though the video quality was pretty poor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember what year that was.
Huh. Trying to think what song. Uh, But getting into the covers as well. I mean, is there another cover that you really liked as well?
Well, I like their cover of it, Kurenai, the Extra Pan song.
Yeah, that was cool. That was really cool. Yeah.
Um, most of their, I think I'm a little bit different than a lot of people. I like their covers. I'm not a big, guy that likes note for note, uh, copy covers, if you know what I mean.
Oh, okay. I think I follow you
But
there. I mean, they did a lot of
yeah.
covers of various things, right? Very broad.
Right,
They
right,
kind of
and some of their songs were not, like metal songs, and I'm going, all
yeah.
right, okay, this is okay, but why don't you break into a solo? I don't care that it wasn't in the original song. I would prefer that actually.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, and when they did all their covers, man, they it's like they're trying to reach out and I guess appeal to a wider audience or whatever,
right, right.
because they'll go from doing I mean even now with their current cover album that they're working on, but they'll go from doing like the Trooper to something like Nickelback. Okay. And
Right,
it's like,
right,
oh, okay.
right.
That's kind of
Yeah, and that's a lot of the stuff. Even their early covers, I would say half the covers. Like I'm not a big fan of the original song or the original band. Like, you know, uh, perfect example, Nickelback.
yeah, Nickelback.
I do
Yeah,
not have any Nickelback on my.
it's okay, man. It's okay to admit it. All right, all right. You might have one. Now, I used to be like that too.
Uh,
Be like, oh man, I can't stand Nickelback. But every now and then, there's a song you hear. I'm like, you know what? That riff is actually pretty good. That riff
but
is
even
actually.
the
Right?
yeah, I mean even like the Bon Jovi song,
Oh, yeah, that's right. They did
"Give
that.
Love a Bad Name."
Man, it's not that it was a bad cover. It was just that like Bon Jovi was cool back when in the day, sure, yeah,
In the day. Yeah.
but like NEMOPHILE could do a lot more than what Bon
Right,
Jovi did, and
right,
it's
right.
I kind of felt that way listening to their latest cover of was it Pantera when they played Walk. I like Pantera and I like Walk. Walk is a good Pantera song, but when I heard them do the cover, your opinion may differ, but I was like, man, it feels like you're holding back. It feels like you could have like rewrote this and make it more NEMOPHILE.
Right, 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 right. But it would have been more interesting, basically. But that's just me.
Yeah,
You
but
know.
I mean, I don't know if you're familiar with the band, with the Warning. I don't know why I hesitate to figure out the name.
Yes, yes,
When they
yes.
did
I do like them.
Now they did a cover of Inner Sandman, but they also pretty much made Inner Sandman their own as well. Like,
Right, right. It's a little bit different.
mm-hmm. So it would be kind of cool to hear him and Phil do something like that. Um, Even with so right now I believe they're working on an EP, for like it's like a cover album.
It's a three-song EP, yes?
I think so. I 3 or
Okay.
5. I'm
Yeah.
not sure. The
Okay. Because
initial,
they released 3 of them already as
yeah.
singles.
Well, there should be more than 3 then, because otherwise, wait, you just released the whole thing. Let's see. Let's see. The NEMOPHILA, the initial, then the initial impulse cover EP. You're gonna have what Metallica cover, Master Puppets. You're gonna have Sugar, a
Right,
System
which
of
was
Down,
already out,
and then you're gonna have Sick of a Slipknot, which is
which
I
is
guess
already out.
been released. I haven't heard it yet.
Okay.
So I don't know what else is gonna be there or what. If someone knows, definitely let me know. That'd be great. Let us know live. That'd be kind of cool, man. All right.
I think if you go to the NEMOPHILA Discord, um, so
Oh,
on one of the channels they have a list of every song that's on the EP somewhere.
okay. It's just 3.
I didn't I so if I go there now, will I lose will I lose you, or will I still be
No,
able
I
to
think
talk?
I think you'll still be here. I think you'll still be in the VC. If not, you just pop back
Can
in.
you still
Yeah,
can you still hear me?
yeah, I can.
Okay. Let's see if we can find anything. Uh-huh.
No
I don't know where it
way.
would be.
Razvin says there's a Limp Bizkit song in there. Why? Man, stop. I'm sorry. Like I man, I don't think I'm gonna have anything good to. I was not. I was never a Limp Bizkit fan. Okay, and like Fred Durst is just a douchebag, and I just can't get into it. Now I could do some new metal. I could do Korn for a little bit. There's a phase. There's a phase. Okay, it's not like my favorite thing in the world, but like I could do all sorts of metal. I could do like like Metallica and Pantera and Slayer. I could even do like Iron Maiden, Judas Priest. I could even do like Black Sabbath. I could do some new metal as well in doses. If I listen to too much Korn, I
Well,
feel filthy and dirty.
y-
Okay.
actually, yeah, I can't find it. I know it's there, but I would have to click through every channel here.
Well, according to Razvan, which I believe him, he's usually very
Okay.
knowledgeable. In the chat,
Okay.
he says there's a Limp Bizkit song, and there's also a
Okay.
new original song. So there is that.
Oh, an original. Okay.
And someone mentioned in the chat that a guy named the Dymo played my game. I am still working on a indie game called Frob and the Seven Maidens. I haven't really put much work into it this week because work has been pretty busy. But it's pretty much a 2D side scroller shoot 'em up, and that's cool. That's cool. It's just a run gun sort of game. Okay. Well, that's interesting. So we got a EP that's gonna have 5 songs on there. And
5 songs.
one of them's
Yeah.
an
Okay.
original, and the other one, I'm
Okay.
sorry, NEMOPHILA might make the song sound good. I'll hold out. I'll hold out on I guess the Limp Bizkit cover. But
Well, see, that's actually I'm glad you kind of brought that up because um when it comes to hard music and metal, which I like a lot, um for me to hold my interest more than one time, it has to be more than attitude. In other words, I somewhere along the line the guitars have to show they can actually play really good
right.
as opposed to, just angry chords. So that actually probably eliminates a lot of heavy bands for me, you know.
Right. Definitely in the new metal genre because they don't really play solos much because it's not about that. And now, I mean, maybe they'll make the Limp Bizkit song better. Maybe they'll throw in some solos and stuff, and I don't know. I don't know what they'll do. I mean, so
Yeah, I
far,
hope so.
I mean, the Master Puppets cover, they pretty much made it more NEMOPHILA by tuning down the guitars even lower.
Oh, yeah, I saw some people didn't like that.
Some liked it, some
Um,
hated it. Um, I liked it. I thought it was cool, but you know, it's not for everybody.
I liked it because actually, when I first heard it, I wasn't sure until about halfway through the song, and I go, all right, well, this sounds more djent than the original Metallica.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, there were these channels on YouTube that would pop up where they're like Metallica albums, but they're like in drop D and drop C. Obviously, they're like
Ah,
fan made or
okay,
bootlegged or whatever you want to say. But
okay,
like, there was really cool. It was like you can listen to just about any album you want to, with just a different tuning, and it makes a world of difference. And the NEMOPHILA cover is just that, but also now, uh, my singing style was pretty good for Master of Puppets. I thought so.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that probably another reason why they drowned it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, either that or she would, if they kept an original tuning, she would have sounded like a guy because it would have been really low. You know?
Maybe, yeah, maybe. Um, let's see. Now, with all these talk about covers, yeah, I was thinking about this today, like with this cover EP coming out. Like, and sure, NEMOPHILA is great at doing covers and stuff, but like, okay, how do you feel about? Okay, they have their covers and then they have their original songs.
Right.
Do you feel like the original songs are way better than their covers?
I do.
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty simple
I
question,
do.
right? I think everyone who's watching right now, what do you prefer, the originals or the covers? And if you're watching later on in the comments, let me know, originals or covers. I think most people would say originals. So it's like I don't mind this cover album, EP, whatever, but it's like you know, some more
Well,
originals would be
it's
cool.
like this. Like, I guess another way to put it would be like if you have um, both the originals and the covers on your playlist, would it kill you if you never listened to the covers again? And for me, it wouldn't.
Yeah, yeah,
You know?
for sure. Like the covers, you could just take it off the playlist and still be happy. In fact,
Right, right.
yeah, I'd probably be even happier because man, some their originals are really good. I mean, that's really hard hitting songs, some fast songs, and they have some ballads that are really good, like with Game Over and Now I Hear. Um, oh, and Life. I consider Life. It's like a ballad, right? It's that's a softer song. Um,
Yeah.
I
Well,
was
here,
listening.
this is kind of funny because I kind of do the same thing with Nemophila. Most of the time, I don't listen to the studio stuff. Because I've got all the Blu-rays and I've got almost all the streams archived. So I rip the Blu-ray audio
Okay.
and I even do the streams if the sound is halfway decent. I'll rip that audio and then separate out the songs. So most of the time I'm listening to that stuff
Hmm.
as opposed to the studios. But so in preparation for the stream, I went back and listened to all the studio stuff. And unlike most bands that I listen to, um, I really didn't skip anything. I just kind of let it play, and that was fine.
Yeah. Okay.
You
I,
know?
I hear you. So you prefer like that live sound over like the studio
Right,
sound for most part, and when
right.
you're
But
listening to
but with the
NEMOPHILA,
yeah,
if I heard you correctly, when you're listening to the NEMOPHILA studio version, it was close or similar to like the live audio, or at least it didn't.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, sound wise, most of the time it's better. Um, but I was, kind of surprised because I would say 90% of the stuff that I'm the kind of person, if I'm going to buy music, I buy the album.
Yeah.
I'm not like a, singles guy unless it's the only way to get the song. So most of the time, even when I was listening, I don't do shuffle. I don't make a playlist. I play the album. And
That's pretty
so
cool.
most of the albums I have, a lot of times there's a couple songs here and there where, this song's not so good. I'm skipping it.
Yeah. Yeah. That happens. That happens.
So I was able to go through all the Nemophila stuff, and there's really only one song that I kind of skipped.
Okay. Oh, wait. Which album? Okay, wait. Well, they only really have 2 albums, so hold on.
Right, right.
Yeah. Which album was it? And I'll try to guess what song you skipped.
Uh, Let me just make sure I don't make a mistake.
Was it
but,
their first one? Was it Revive or was it Seize the Fate? Which is I heard described as a 90s.
Actually, you
tribute.
know what? Believe it or not, it's not on one of the albums.
Oh wait, then this song is
It's
Monster.
yeah. No, no, not that one.
Oh, Fighter?
Night Flight.
Oh,
No,
Night
Night
Flight.
Flight.
Oh, you skipped Night
Yes.
Flight. Oh, I like Night Flight. That's okay. Yeah, Night
That
Flight.
you know, my feeling with Night Flight, it's kind of like Papa Ya with the baby metal. It's fun live, but not for me. Not so much fun just to listen to.
Oh, so you
You know,
heard it
without
live.
being. Oh yeah, because you have the whole, wear your dark glasses thing and
Yeah,
do the arm
yeah.
movements.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
But
They do that.
if
Yeah.
you're listening on, at home, not so much.
You know what? I mean, I can't argue with that because that is true. I heard it live before as well. I didn't know what the song was when I heard it at the time, but yeah, they came out and did an encore, and they were wearing the sunglasses, and they were
Yeah,
playing the song. I was
yeah.
like, I think I know what the song is. I'm not sure. It sounds very 80s. Obviously, it's like a tribute to like 80s
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
But they're having fun. They're like doing their like dab dance and whatever when they're doing it.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
this is a great song. You know what? Well, like you said, like Papa Ya, it's better like in the moment. Like Papa Ya by itself is like, oh, okay, it sounds like a party song. Where's the party at? you know, you need to have the
Yeah,
party
or
there.
even worse is would be Baby Mo's Imaginai.
Oh, Majinai.
You
See,
know?
that sounds like a drinking song. It sounds like, hey, there's a bottle open. Drink some like Irish whiskey or something. I don't know, man.
Oh, it's a good mosh pit song.
Oh
That's
yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah. Don't
you
get me
know?
wrong. All right, Night Flight. Yeah, that's not on the album yet. So
No.
yeah, okay. I was not gonna be able to guess that one. All right. Now, about what you said about their live audio and studio audio, I've heard this in the or at least I read it in the comments where like people watch like the live audio version of like I think what Rise is one of them, or they'll put out like the videos with the live audio, right? People listen to
Right,
it
right.
and be like, "Oh, this is studio," but no, it's not studio. They're using the live audio. They sound really good. I don't know
Oh,
what to tell
okay.
you.
Yeah, I know what they're saying. Yeah, yeah. Wait, my two, uh, my two kind of peeves with Nemophila, but it applies to all the modern bands, is I wish they would drop the click track, and I wish they would drop the backing tracks because I don't think they need them.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
but if you're going to do backing tracks, you need the click track, right?
Yeah, it would be better if they did. I would think. I mean, there's some elements in the song. Some of them have like these like electronic sort of elements, like little noises, like "Rollin' Rollin'" and "Hazuki." Those sort of
Yeah,
songs. They have like
yeah.
the little flares in the background, that, like little laser sounds. That kind of cool. Kind of go with it.
Yeah, I guess. I guess again, it's my pet.
Yeah.
It's only my thing. I hate EDM. I am not a big keyboards guy unless you're Keith Emerson, Rick Wakeman, or Jordan Rudess.
Okay.
Otherwise, get off the stage. That's
Man.
just me, though.
You know what? I kind of wonder if you took out all those like electronic flare like sounds from Nemophila's songs, if it would even change that much. 'Cause,
No, it
like,
would probably sound more rock.
It,
You
it
know what I'm
probably
saying?
would, because like they're
You
kind of
know?
faint in the background. Like I think today as I was riding
Yeah,
around,
they're not that loud, which is
yeah,
good.
it's not like you're listening to like Static X or like some industrial metal band or something like
Right,
that.
right.
Um,
Or Electric Callboy.
Yeah, it's not at that level. Though what's funny,
No.
people call Night Flight Electric Callboy. It's like, okay, I could.
Not really.
It's not the same, but it's like,
Right.
what was I gonna say? Oh, I was riding around as I normally do on my Harley. It's a daily rider now, and I think one of the songs. I think it's "Rollin' Rollin'." No, Hozuki. It has like in the background, it has like police siren sounds. Like you can kind of hear it. Like
Yeah,
it's like I
yeah,
thought there
but
was a
stuff
cop
like
behind me at
that,
first. I was like, why? Why
like
have that?
they're like whoever does their sound with the laptop, he can just press a button and when he needs to,
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah,
know.
yeah. He's like the. I don't know if you're listen to the band Slipknot, but he's kind of like they're kind of like the DJ. They have a DJ in that band.
Right,
He
right.
just plays sounds, the sound effects. It's funny. Oh, okay. Man. So we talked about the covers. We're kind of going over the place. That's okay. All right. So you've seen them live. How was that experience?
Um,
Where were you, and how was that experience?
let's see when they did that uh whiskey show.
Whiskey a go go.
It was at the Whiskey A Go Go. Um, and they announced that, and it was just the one announcement for that one show. I knew I had to go, so I got a ticket. There was no VIP, um, and oh, it was a terrible time of year because it was July 2nd, 2022, and
Yeah,
you know, doesn't matter where you stay or when you fly, it's going to cost you more.
that is true.
Oh, I trying to remember. Um, I flew in the day before, uh, which ended up being, well, I'll go through the whole experience. I flew in
Okay.
the day before, from Denver into LA. I flew United, so since Denver's a United hub, they have a million flights from
Okay.
Denver to LA. But my flight, for whatever reason, um, an earlier LA flight was canceled. So they packed my flight with all those people. I get on the plane in Denver, and there's a problem with the plane. So they decide they need to swap out a part, and they try two times. Um, they didn't deplane us. Uh, but they turned off everything. So here we are sitting on the plane, totally packed, and the woman in front of me is coughing up a storm.
Oh
Um,
man, this is during
so
COVID
make a
times too,
long
right?
story,
This is like,
yes,
it's
yeah.
like, oh,
So
it's like,
basically,
hey, she might have COVID right here.
well, you know what happened is 2 days after I get back from the concert, I end up getting COVID. So I'm pretty sure I got it from her.
Ah, well,
But
you survived. That's good.
right, but anyway, I was supposed to get into LA somewhere around 5. I didn't get until like 9, so I'm hungry. I think I checked in the hotel, popped in a couple of candy bars and slept.
Okay.
So next day, go to take an Uber because
Right.
I stayed in the Holiday Inn near LAX and took an Uber over to the Whiskey. And it's about, we get there around 11:15, 11:30.
Hmm.
There was one guy. There might have been another guy named John Lane might have been already there, but there was one guy ahead of us, and we all thought that he was the first guy in line. No, it was the guitar tech. He was waiting to get in.
Okay. Wow.
And what
You
happened
were
was,
there
if
that
you
early.
remember like I said, around 11:30, that whiskey show, they filmed it for a delayed stream about a week later or something. So apparently the band and everybody was up late the night before, getting everything dialed in. So, the guitar tech gets there thinking he can get in, but there's nobody inside. So he's waiting outside.
Wow.
Um,
Wow. Okay. That
but the
was just the
funny
beginning
thing
of
is,
the problems there at that show. From
well, here's the thing. The guitar tech, you'll understand why I describe this story in a couple minutes. The guitar tech, an older dude, now I'm assuming what he told me was true. There's no reason to assume he's lying. Um, but he was the tech or oh, what's it for Zappa back in the
Zappa.
late '80s,
Oh, okay.
and that was the time, and he was there when Steve Vai joined Zappa,
Okay.
and then when Vai left to join David Lee Roth and the other stuff, and then his own solo stuff, this tech left Zappa to be the tech for Vai during his early years.
Okay.
So
Cool.
I don't know if he's the typical house tech for the whiskey, or if they just hired him for this one show. But so we get there, he's waiting.
Well, he
A
definitely
couple
didn't have
other
the keys. That way we definitely
no,
know.
no,
He's
no.
not trusted with the keys to the
Um,
venue.
so we're waiting. A couple other fans show up to get in line. So at this point, there are 4 or 5 of us. Um, it's around 1:30. So 4 of us go to have lunch at the Rainbow Room, 3 blocks down or something like that.
Okay.
And while I was I think 1 or 2 people stayed in line with the guitar tech, and while I was at lunch at the Rainbow Room, the band shows up.
There in the
and
Rainbow Room.
it, no, no, at the to go into the whiskey.
Oh wow. Okay.
And if you look at pictures of the front of the whiskey, the band entrance is only like 10 feet away from the main entrance on the same road. Um,
Oh, pretty cool.
s
I had a similar
yeah,
experience with
so
Hanabia. It was like, oh hey, I saw them leave their bus and go into the venue.
ah,
It was like, hey, I know y'all. Anyway, so sorry to interrupt.
but so the thing was, no, it's fine. But I think that the fans, there were only 2 fans there, waiting in line at the time. They asked if they could take pictures, and they said no because they didn't have their makeup on.
Yeah, yeah,
So
you're
so
not
you
capturing
know,
that.
everyone's cool. So the band goes in, the tech goes in with them. I return from lunch and kick myself because I got to eat lunch. But then about half an hour, or no, this was before we came back from lunch. The tech, so the band and the tech were inside for about maybe 40, 45 minutes. Oh, okay. I forgot this part, but this
Okay,
is important. I did up some wristbands
okay. Some fan
for the
bands.
whiskey show.
Okay,
Yeah, so it's at NEMOPHILA, the date, Whiskey a Go Go, although I spelled whiskey wrong. I had the E instead of just
the why?
WHI. Yeah,
Okay,
right. So I had given one to the tech before he went inside. While we were at lunch, apparently he came back out and asked for about 10 wristbands for the band and crew.
oh cool, man.
So, I'd left the bag of 100
I
there
think I heard a
with one of
similar
the other
story
guys.
from the other guy from the
Yeah,
previous week. That's
yeah.
cool, man.
And so he gave them 10, and I think if you go back and look at I don't know whether it was Twitch or the Twitter pictures, and even if you look real closely in the 3 songs that they showed on YouTube at the beginning of the concert. I know Hazuki's wearing my wristband. I think Haraguchi is, and Mayu definitely is because she actually posted a Twitter video showing the wristband on her wrist, which I
That is
downloaded. I
pretty
have
cool.
somewhere.
Wait,
You know,
the band members are wearing the wristband that you
not
made.
all of them. Saki and Tamu wasn't wearing it.
Ah,
You
but
know,
Haraguchi-san was, Mayu was. Oh,
I
that's
think
cool.
Hazuki definitely was, and Mayu was.
Ah, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it must be a really good, high quality band. They liked it.
No, 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 no,
No,
not at
they
all.
liked it. They saw quality in it. Wait, are you
You know where I
saying
bought
are
it
you saying
from?
they
Where
wouldn't
everyone
wear
buys it
quality?
from.
Are you saying they wouldn't wear? No, I'm just messing
24-hour wristband. That's not where I got it from.
with you. Oh man, but that's cool, man. He wears it makes something for the fans, for the band, and it just so happens to
Right,
that
right,
they wear it. That's cool,
right. So
man.
that was kind of fun.
So
Um,
how was it
oh,
hearing them play? Because there's all that show. That was like the first time they're playing in America, and there's some mixed
right.
stories about the crowd, and Was the crowd very responsive and all that? What was your take of it?
But here's the thing, so according to the Whiskey A Go-Go site, it's supposed to hold 500. I don't know how they hold 500 because it seems really small.
Yeah.
Um, so I get inside and like I said, there's no barrier. I'm literally resting, leaning my elbows on the front stage, right in between these two monitor speakers. Um, the sound's terrible. It really varied depending where you were, because if you're up against the stage, the monitor speakers are mounted above and behind you. So literally the whole night, pretty much 90% of the time, all I heard were the kick drums. So I was on Hazuki's side. I
Okay.
did not hear Saki at all.
Oh wow.
Haraguchi, I could hear a rumble maybe. Hazuki every once in a while when she, stepped on her pedal to, make it louder, do a solo, I would hear her sort of.
Okay.
Mayu, I only heard when she screamed.
Oh
So part of the problem with me was about two-thirds of the time, I didn't know what song it was until it hit the chorus.
man, that kind of
You know,
sucks
so,
in a way.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, but if you gave me a choice, better sound or barrier, I'll choose the barrier every time.
Yeah, because I wonder if people like kind of further back in the venue had a similar experience. I mean, they could probably hear a lot more because the way the sound would be, yeah, kind of you'd think by the, what do you call that? No, just the way the sound would travel in the venue.
Yeah,
Um,
well, I heard up on the balcony that the sound was pretty good,
okay,
and like I said, one of the guys that I knew who was standing at the barrier or at the stage right in front of Saki, he said he had no problems hearing. So it really depended on where you were.
okay, yeah,
Okay.
that makes sense.
Um,
that
the crowd probably, I could have been more hype. You know, I can't fault people for saying that the crowd was, not really into it.
I heard that there was this creepy guy trying to get like panty shots of Saki, like trying to
Really,
get up her skirt.
I don't know.
And that's
I
something that
I
was
couldn't be
that I heard.
sure.
I read that on, of course, Reddit, which is what it is.
Okay.
But even the previous guy, he mentioned that there was this dude that was like throwing Saki off, like his camera, his phone was like right there. He was right next
Really,
to her, like he was in a
really.
position where his camera is like right on her in a way that's kind of like a little too much, too invasive. And I did see. I remember seeing images and videos that show, and Saki did seem to be
Mhm.
bothered by something or someone. And
I
did
can I
did
can
you
give you a story on that.
did you experience anything like that?
Yeah, at about the second or third song, um, I think it was a combination of a lot of stuff, but this was at a break where Mayu was first talking to the crowd, and I saw Saki kind of like unplug her guitar and throw her cord like on the floor really hard. And I think what happened was, if you look at the videos of that show, she was wearing this, I guess it was kind of a vest that had these long, uh, it's a very 60s style thing where the bottom part of the shirt or whatever is cut into strips.
Yeah,
Yeah, I forget what they call that, but it's very 60s.
yeah, I know what you're talking
Um,
about.
a- and you know, I guess this is probably first time in a while that they were using cords as opposed to wireless. But and the way Saki moves, because she moves around so much, her cord was actually getting tangled in, in the tendrils of her costume.
Oh, Okay.
So she was, it was that, and there's for sure she mentioned that she thought the crowd wasn't getting into it enough, but I think it was a combination of everything that she was kind of getting frustrated.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Because
Did you see
right
her?
after,
Did you see her like
yeah,
kick the dude's phone or anything? Anything like that?
I did not see that. Well, I think I read about it somewhere,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't think it was that concert. I think it might have been a different concert, but don't quote me on it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I just blah, blah, blah. It was one of those moments where like obviously Saki was bothered by something someone there, and you hear different stories about it, different perspectives. People were there,
Yeah,
people what they saw. It's kind of curious, but I do like that they were able to. I mean that experience didn't ruin them, ruined it for the States. I mean they came back and they toured all over. I think a good sized tour of the
right,
U.S.
right,
I mean, they
right. So
hit Texas in 3 different places: Houston, Dallas, and Austin.
right,
So that
right.
satisfies me, brother. Okay, as a Texan. But so were you able to catch that show? Their Seize the Fate
Other
tour.
shows
Mm-hmm.
when they yeah, like I was telling you before we got on, that tour was kind of weird because they announced two-thirds of the venues first, and then all the Texas shows later. I ended up I got tickets to San Francisco, LA, which was the next day, and then I think maybe a week or two later was New York City.
Okay.
Um, so a
And then after
little
that,
bit of
they announced the.
yeah, what?
Because I remember they announced their U.S. tour kind of in an interesting way. Then they announced it in like a
Yeah, yeah, and
parts.
then yeah, and then they announced the Texas shows, which I would have preferred to go to because it would have been way cheaper.
Yeah. Yeah, I
But
think you also might
so
have ran into the Gaijin guys too, because I think they went to the South by Southwest, if I remember correctly. I do listen to some of
well,
their
I think
stuff. I think they went
what
there.
I think one of them went to them, and I think Ryan Muir went to one of the others.
Okay,
I don't remember which one it was.
okay.
Uh, oh, and then the guy, that one Gaijin guy, Daikadek, he was at the whiskey show.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah. So so the second tour, um, San Francisco was the only one with a true VIP. Um, and basically, I mean,
What is a true
when you
VIP? Like you spend time with the
well,
band, or what?
I would say they're two different. Most of the time, most of us get a VIP simply because we want to be at the barrier.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Have first
Um,
dibs at merch table and go to barrier, right?
yeah. Well, there's a story with that too. Well, I'll get to that.
Oh,
When in San Francisco, um, that was the only one that had a VIP that was honored. Because we'll get to New York later.
yeah. I
Because
don't think Webster.
that was a total.
I don't think Houston even had a VIP. Okay, if it
Yeah,
did,
New York was a New York was a total fuck up. But
oh,
so for San Francisco, we got assigned set list,
oh, okay.
which they gave to us afterwards. Um,
Assigned.
again,
Okay.
assigned set list. Yeah, I
Okay.
have it hanging up on a wall. So it's right in front of me.
Cool. Hmm.
Yeah, let me see. One, two,
Yeah, when they played
third.
at
Yeah.
let's say a scout bar here in Houston, I don't think there was any VIP. It's such a small venue. The only real VIP experience would be like, since it is a small venue and a small bar, you will see members of the band walking around sometimes, and you may not even know. And that's what happened.
Uh,
Saki went to the bar a couple of times, and it was
yeah.
like,
And
"Oh,
you
that's
know, no
her."
one knew.
Oh, well, people knew, but people were like too afraid to really say anything, and probably for
Ah.
good reason. It's like, hey, don't just approach. Don't be a creep, you
Yeah.
see her in person, you're like, oh, can I buy you a drink? It's like, no, she already got her drink and she's gone. Okay,
Yeah.
um, but yeah,
Was that the one where they came back out for a picture?
I think so. Yeah, because see,
Okay.
I left that one right after they were done. I didn't think anything was going to happen, so I had work the
So you
next
left.
day, so I left. I didn't stay around and chat or whatever, and people were telling me I missed it because they came out and they're hanging out. I was like, what? Are you kidding me? I've run a YouTube channel where this is kind of it. I mean, that would be great. And also because I love the band. It's more important about the band, guys. Okay, I like this channel and all, but I want to satisfy my needs first, which is I want to hang out with the
Right,
band, man.
right,
I want to have a
right.
photo moment with the band. That'd be great.
Yeah. Well, I know they didn't really do a photo moment, did they?
Now, I think they just took a picture. They do that
Well,
stuff too.
here's the thing with the San Francisco show was um and I think you may have seen this in some of the posts and stuff. They play loud.
Oh, of course they do.
Yeah. I mean, they play loud.
Oh
So
yeah,
yeah,
man.
the
Like
San Francisco
very
show
loud.
was great. I went to LA the next day. My plane was delayed because of weather in San Francisco, so I didn't get into line in LA till about 6:30 p.m. So there was no way I was going to be near the front.
How long was the line?
Uh, if I remember correctly, they sold out, so the line was pretty far out.
That's pretty cool for a band that's like that probably sees themselves as kind of being kind of like obscure. I mean, they're a band from Japan and they're selling out in the States. Okay, that's cool.
Well, don't get this is LA, and there were a lot of, from what I could tell, local Japanese people.
Ah, well,
You
yeah.
could tell they were kind of local because they they kind of looked to me like they were like you know people that go to clubs,
Okay,
and that's how
okay,
they dressed.
gotcha. Yeah.
But yeah, I did a wristband for San Francisco and LA also.
Oh, did the
So I
band wear
gave
it?
half of them out in San Francisco, half of them out in LA.
Ooh,
Um, here's the weird thing at San Francisco. Well, first of all, at the whiskey, I mean, I don't know how many people were able to get T-shirts, but very few, because people who went to the merch table at the whiskey who were, in the front, um, like I think after about 20 people, all the shirts were gone.
how's that
So
possible?
for
They should have
the
like,
whiskey, they were not prepared.
man.
Um, in San
I guess they only
Francisco,
arrived with like 50 shirts to sell. I mean,
yeah, and
you're
it wasn't
flying in
even
from
from.
Japan. You should have like a whole
Yeah, I don't
box.
know.
Yeah.
I think it was like a late decision on their part or something.
Wow, they
Um,
really undersold. I guess they really didn't know, like
they
how.
didn't expect. Yeah.
Yeah, they did not expect that sort of reception. Okay.
Oh, yeah. As an aside, um, at a bunch of fans went to the ring for a late dinner after the whiskey show.
Okay.
Guess who shows up? The band.
Band does. That's right. I think I
Yeah, I
heard about
was
that.
not there. I was so tired at that point that, I was on my way back to the hotel. But
Oh
apparently they showed
man,
up
you
to
you
have
you
food at the
missed a
Rainbow.
moment there, Ed. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Well, what are you gonna
you could have
do?
been like, hey, Saki, I think I see a cavity. Guess what? I'm a dentist.
No, no, no. That was
Don't
like,
worry, I'll
I
use
mean, I was
gloves.
I
Okay.
was starting to feel it from the time I had my lunch to the time I got back to the hotel. I did not drink or piss. So I'm sure my body was not, reacting well. or was at a low resistance point.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
man, dang.
So San Francisco, the second tour, they had two sh- two shirts, one that was black and white, and one that had like purple lettering.
Right.
Um, I went to the merch table after the show at San Francisco. The purple shirt was gone.
Okay.
Um,
That was the
also
one
they
you
had
wanted.
this really. I bought the black one. I ended up
Hmm.
buying the purple one later on. They had this really cool jeans jacket,
I
which
s-
someone messed up because the shirts were American sized.
okay.
The jeans jacket was Japanese sized because I got my
Oh.
normal size and it would not fit.
Oh man. Yeah. See, I didn't even know NEMOPHILE had a jeans jacket until I met another guy at the Hanabiya show. He goes by Pat, in the Love Bites
Okay,
Discord.
and he had one.
No,
Uh-huh.
well, he had a I think a family member with him. I think his son or whatever had it. I was like, whoa, that jacket looks cool. Oh, it's a NEMOPHILE. I did not even know they have the jeans jacket. It, I mean, I ride a motorcycle, but it'd be kind of cool to wear it. All right, it'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, yeah. So what I ended up doing was I think I bought a larger size in New York, and with the small one, I converted that into a vest.
You
You
gotta
know?
do what you can. I'll probably get some of those
Yeah,
patches and
yeah,
put it on my jacket. I'll probably just do that. But yeah, man, that's using what you got. Now, does it work as a
yeah,
vest? Does it still fit you?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah. That's
that's good.
fine.
That's good.
I mean, it is what it is. What are you gonna do?
Okay. And you mentioned earlier that they sound loud live, and not just loud. It's like they
Yeah,
are.
I know some
It's
people complain about it.
Oh,
They're
dude, it is like
loud.
reverberating off the walls. Like Tamu's
Yeah.
drumming, it sounds insane.
Oh yeah,
It is like
yeah,
boom, 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 and like it's like thunderous, man. It's so cool. I absolutely loved it. But then again, I was like in the middle of the crowd. I wasn't in the very front. I was like in the middle. There's a video of that venue, and I was like,
yes, I
I,
have it.
I was on the. There was like a mosh going on around me, and you can kind of see me. They're trying to like get me into it. I'm like, no, I don't really want to be in it.
Oh,
I'm trying to
so
like,
you were in the safe island, sort of.
well, I was like on the cusp of it. I was like, they're trying to like get
Okay,
me in there.
okay.
I'm like hitting this guy back, like with my shoulder. I'm just like, no, no, man, no, I'm not doing it. I want to watch the band, man. But I was gonna say,
Yeah,
but
I
yeah,
heard
I
that
was in the
show
middle,
where they
so
were loud too.
I heard it. I heard it just fine. It was good. It was great.
Okay.
But yeah, but it's amazing how loud they are, and how powerful they sound. They're really good.
Yeah.
What is So it sounds like you had a really good experience seeing them live. What are some of your favorite NEMOPHILE originals?
Um, Here's the funny thing. I think I can't be 100% sure. Like I said, I saw their covers first. I think the first original that I watched was the Japanese Dissension video.
Ah, yeah, yeah,
And when I first watched that, yeah, okay, guitar comes in, that's great. The the drums come in and that's awesome. And then Mayu does her scream. And here's the funny thing. She does the scream and starts the first verse, um, in, with her growl voice.
mm-hmm.
And at that time, I was thinking, oh, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can deal with it, her having her do that whole song, right? But then she breaks into the chorus, into her regular voice, and
Yeah,
that hooked me, man.
yeah, man.
and
That's the
and
balance.
that's still one of my favorite songs
That's
by
that
them.
Mayu balance. Oh yeah, she can
Yeah,
scream and growl like that, and she'll be keeping it through the verse, and you're like, oh, it's like, come on, I like the music, but please, give me some like respite from this. It's like, okay, you get it. Here's the chorus, and her singing voice is great. I like the way it sounds. It's not perfect. It's kind of some. To me, Mayu's voice sounds like someone who smokes a lot of cigarettes. I don't mean that in a bad way. I just
I thought about that too.
there's a
Yeah,
raspiness to it, but it's like a
yeah,
natural
yeah.
raspiness, unless she does
Well,
smoke
actually,
cigarettes.
that kind of gives it a little bit of uh, actually makes it me like her more.
Yeah. It
That
seems more like rock and
raspiness.
roll. You know, it's not trying to be
Yeah, yeah.
like let's say you mentioned Love Bites earlier. I think yeah, whereas Sami's voice sounds more like opera and like it's trying to be perfect and everything.
Like Nightwish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got Mayu's not aiming for that. And she would look at
No,
that, she'd
not
probably
at all.
scoff at that. Like that's not even a
What's that
possibility.
crap?
Yeah. She's like, let me I'm gonna sing to you. She's gonna scream at you. Okay. Oh, what about the part where they do the little kind of cutesy chant or rap part in Dissension?
Oh, I mean, uh,
I loved it.
I mean, I can. I don't hate it. Uh, I don't love it. It's just part of the song to me. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
like it is the thing that is one of those elements that makes Nemophila very different from other like. And I was thinking about this the other day. It's like, how do you really describe them? Are they a heavy metal
Uh,
band? Are they a metalcore band? Like what are they really? Because it's like they're not heavy metal in the sense like thrash, like Metallica. They're not like bands like Slipknot or anything. They're
no,
there's metalcore elements in it, but there's like because there's a like a an emphasis on down
like a
tuned
drop of
guitars.
cute,
Go ahead.
like a drop of cute, you know, like a
Yeah,
drop of cuteness.
yeah,
Yeah, just a drop, not a whole ton of it,
yeah.
but it's there.
It's different. It's very Nemophila. It's like a different style, sort of to it, and it's not like too much cuteness. Where let's say like a band like Hannah B has like, oh we're gonna
Right, it's all cuteness.
be
Yeah,
very quiet, very cute, and also very like in your face and metalcore and very extreme. Um,
it's kind of like them having fun.
yeah, I can see it that
You
way.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
having fun, having fun. So Dissension
yeah,
was your
yeah.
first original. Okay,
Right, and it's still one of my favorites.
still one of your favorites.
Um,
Okay.
right. Oddly enough, my second favorite, it's probably kind of out of left field here for most people. It's Now I Hear.
Oh, really? Now I hear.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, considering they only have what, two and a half true ballads,
Yeah.
and that's one of them.
Hey, that's not. I mean, yeah, you're right. With Game Over, Now I Hear, in Life, it's like which one do you choose? Now I Hear.
Right.
I don't think I've heard as much. I have not given it as much play as let's say Life or Game Over. Um, but it is when I do listen to it, it is a very emotional song. It's very gripping. So,
Well,
uh,
I think one thing that um, one reason I like it out of the other ballads, it's about loss. Whether it's what kind of loss it is, whether it's a friend or a lover or something like that. It's typical Japanese, kind of ambiguous.
okay.
But when someone posted online, I think it might have been the Reddit, the translation of the Japanese part. If you go back and read it, to me, it's about someone. I think it's about because, as I understand it, Hazuki wrote the music and Saki wrote the lyrics. I think it's Saki
Uh,
writing about a failed relationship, and I think it's she's saying it's kind of her fault.
Oh
And
wow.
someone had mentioned, because now I hear because hear as in HERE as opposed to HEAR. Someone posted when the song first came out. Someone said, "Well, the title's wrong," and then someone posted that Saki wrote, "No, no, it's deliberate." And someone said, "If you look at Now I Hear and then remove the I, it becomes nowhere." So
Oh okay.
so it's kind of like, I left you. I know I'm wrong, but now, you know, now I'm nowhere. That's That's to me
Oh,
what it
okay.
means. You know,
Whoa, I did not. I Well, this is a
I mean, I
song I
could
need
be
to do a
wrong, but
dive
that,
into for sure.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that is pretty cool. Oh, I did not.
Eh, you know, and I think for me it resonates because even if it's someone a relationship you had like decades ago that went bad, it never leaves you. I mean, it's always there somewhere in the back. So that's the feeling it gives to me. So that's why I like it.
And there's something we need to be corrected on here, especially I do. Uh, Razvan pointed out in the chat that there is a fourth ballad, Another Story. And this is one that escapes me at times because you don't really see it that often. It's not part of their albums or live shows. It was made especially for the pandemic. It's a municipal government program of helping musicians. All right. Okay. What? I'm not sure about that part.
Say that again. It's a
Okay.
what?
What he wrote in this chat was there is a fourth ballad, Another Story, but that's not part of the albums or live shows. It was made especially for the
Okay.
pandemic in a municipal government program of helping musicians. Okay.
Really? Is it available anywhere?
I mean, you can
Or is there video?
you can Google it on, or you can search
Okay.
it on YouTube, and you can hear her play it. I've heard it before. It's
Is
a
it,
good song. It's a good song.
it's the whole band?
Yeah, I believe it's the whole band.
Huh. Okay.
Uh,
What's the name of that again?
it's
That,
called
that I
Another
totally missed.
Story. Another Story.
Another Story.
And
Huh.
Camp's coming in the chat saying looking forward to the covers EP. We talked about that earlier in the stream. Yeah, the covers EP does look pretty interesting. They're going to have a original song on there. I'm hoping they don't tease that. There's only 5 songs on this
You
EP.
want to be surprised?
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't be surprised because there's only 5 songs on this EP, right? They only released 3, so it's like if they release one more, it's like what's the point of buying the EP? Just release the other one, you know. But with streaming services now anymore, it's kind of like, I don't, how many people really buy EPs and albums? I mean, some people do. I know you do.
Well, here's the thing. I've been buying the singles as they come out, but from Oto Toy, the high resolution singles. I refuse to buy MP3s
Yeah.
or something in low quality, which is the reason why I don't have Shambles from Bandmade yet. Because every release I've seen have been like low quality or low res.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But what'll happen is when this EP's coming out the 8th, I believe.
Whoa. You're a Bandmade fan and you're talking about another band? Hold on.
No.
We gotta clip this part out. We gotta protect you, okay? You don't understand. They're gonna come after you. No, it should be fine.
But the EP comes out the 8th.
I'm not sure. You're probably right on that. I like Bandmade.
Okay.
I don't follow them as much as they do other bands.
Right,
Though I
right.
probably could do better on that. I do like them though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
one
so
guy.
but
There's so many bands.
but this EP so this EP comes out the 8th, right?
I believe so.
Okay, so this is what I do. It's going to come out on the 8th. I will buy the high res versions from Ototoy, and then I'm going to the NEMOPHILA shop to buy the physical EP.
That's cool.
With the autograph.
Hey, that's someone who really supports the band. Okay.
No. See, I'm still on the fence about this because if it's like the other autographs, it's like one autograph from one member. You don't know which one you're gonna get. If you talk to the guy who runs the NEMOPHILA Discord, he's a super fan because whenever one of these comes out, he'll buy 5 copies. And he says that the NEMOPHILA shop has been really good about giving him 5 different autographs.
Whoa, that's a good way to do
so
it. Love Bites is
Yeah,
doing it
but
wrong. Your Love Bites will do like their autograph thing for like their album. It's like no,
yeah,
no. Do it one autograph at a time. You could sell multiple copies that way. Oh my god, that's actually kind of cool and kind of funny. It's kind of like, oh, I see what you're doing here.
yeah, but I can't afford that. Well, I can, but you got to
Yeah.
be semi-reasonable.
Hey,
Yeah.
you know what affected? Honestly, to me, as someone who is like, I rarely buy albums anymore, just because I mean everything's just right there, and I'm sure the audio is a
Right.
lot better if you listen to it on the album, and all that. Um, the fact that you're doing that is a lot more than what anybody else is doing. A lot more than what most people are doing. Most people are just probably listening to it on Spotify or whatever it is they're feeding them their music anymore, right? And so you know
Or
what?
the playlist on YouTube.
No one could say to you that you're not a fan. Be like, you know what? I buy the albums and the EPs, and So what about you? What do you do? Oh, that's right. You're using YouTube Music. Okay. Hey, I'm not the one who brought it up. You brought it up. If someone came at you like that, man, you got it. Let's
Well,
see.
hey, yeah, at the San Francisco show, even though those who bought VIP tickets got a signed set list, they were selling band pictures with all five signatures on it for like $15. I mean, that's a steal. So I bought one of those too.
Yeah, get one of those for sure. Oh man, I'm pretty sure they've been resold and all that stuff. That stuff is crazy. Man. Give me one more Love Bites. Let's say Love Bites. Wow, I got Love Bites on the brain. Give me one more NEMOPHILE song that you really enjoy, and we'll wrap up this this fan stream, this fan talk.
Um, I like Zen a lot. Don't ask me why.
Zen's good. It's very.
Probably because there's not a lot of soloing on it, but Mayu, man, she just goes to town, and I
Mm-hmm,
love it. You
mm-hmm.
know?
It is a very thick and heavy song. There's a lot going on with the bass and with the it. It is a very intense song. You mentioned Now I Hear as the ballad you of your choice as Zen. That's an intense song.
And there's one song I don't know the name of it. I'm sure someone can come up with it. Um, they haven't recorded it yet. uh, I think it was on their first Blu-ray. The one where actually Tamu sings a few lines.
Ooh. Um,
I think you know what I'm talking about, though, right?
you guys know what he's talking about? Time he sings a few lines. It was on their first Blu-ray.
Yeah, on the first concert Blu-ray.
Let's see. Did you have like? I'm not gonna ask you to sing the song or hum the lyrics here or
No,
hum the
no,
melody.
because I haven't listened to it in a while.
Blooming? Someone mentioned Blooming. That
Could be, I'm not sure. They didn't record that, did they? Not
oh
on any album.
no, but there is. Oh, wait a second. This song. Let me click on this real fast. Okay, wait. It's gonna play it. We're gonna play it right.
It might be breaking out. Is that it? Here, hold on.
But Haraguchi-san's singing in this song. What? I've not heard this song before. What is this? Haraguchi-san singing? And then,
There are two of them on that concert that have not been recorded.
that is so cool. I'm not sure if Tamu sings in this song yet. I don't want to play the whole thing because we're like, live right now on YouTube.
Yeah.
But I see Mayu singing. I see Haraguchi-san singing.
There's one with where Tamu sings a few lines.
Wow, I gotta save these songs to react to. Holy crap. Okay, wow. NEMOPHILE Breaking out. It is live audio only. Let's see. Is this it? Whoa, this sounds so different. Can you hear it on your end? Are you able to hear that?
It is breaking out. It is breaking out. Yes. Yep.
Wow. Okay.
That's a 9-minute song.
It is a 9-minute song. I'm gonna check this out though. Hey, I did a reaction to Galnerus, and they have like 15-minute songs or whatever. When I did the reaction, I was like, man, dude, this is like 20 minutes. But okay.
Here's a funny story. Remember after they did that first live, and they did a small tour in Japan where it was like co-headliners with other bands,
Yeah.
where the other band would come play first, and then NEMOPHILE would play second, and then both bands would kind of come back at the end and do one, like NEMOPHILE did one song of the other band with the other band on, those.
Are you talking about the what is it that the follow the rabbit tour, that stuff, or wait?
Was that what it was?
Or were they toured with like Hanabia and stuff like that? Was it that?
Yeah, and what's that? What's that Japanese metal band?
Psyche.
The old dudes that
those-
Psyche likes.
And it's Psyche Dose or Psyche 2. I don't know what they're called. Man. Like
Hold on. I can pull it up here. Here we go. And
the chat's gonna get it before we get it. Maybe, you're talking about this one. She even had her face painted for Halloween for that. Psychema 2, or it's like the Roman numeral 2, Psychema. And then there's Loudness.
yeah, I think where they did the tour with one show with Loudness. Loudness played first,
Mm-hmm.
NEMOPHILE played, and then for the encore, some parts of the Loudness band came out, and NEMOPHILE covered one of the Loudness songs. So there was that whole tour where they would cover one song from each of the bands that they were touring with. So that was the when they covered that Passcode song Tonight, and so when that came out, I checked it out, and when the song first started, I'm going, and Mayu's singing with her normal voice, but with a vocoder auto tune on it, and I'm saying to myself, why are they covering this shit? and then it goes into the screams, right? And I kind of got it,
Yeah.
but I still wasn't convinced. So I went to YouTube and went to Passcode's channel, and what's cool about Passcode's channel is the Passcode. Problem with Passcode is they're signed to Universal, which means you won't get a lot of stuff that's not officially released.
Right.
But what's cool with Passcode is they release a lot of videos from their concert Blu-rays.
Okay.
So I clicked on one of the Blu-rays or concert videos for Tonight. I think it's from either 2018 and 2019, and it's a concert from something like Diver City, not a huge venue, but not a small venue too. It holds around 2,500. And I'm looking at the crowd, and it's just a huge mosh pit with tons of people just surfing the whole time.
That's pretty cool.
And so after I checked out a couple of their videos, they kind of convinced me.
Yeah.
Which is the reason and it's all because of NEMOPHILE, because otherwise I wouldn't have checked them out at all.
So that crossover tour then was a smart idea. I remember them doing that. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And hopefully they'll bring something like that over here to the States. All these bands that are growing popularity slowly over here in America. I was about to say Japan. In America, you think eventually it'd be like, hey, you know what? How about we all kind of tour together and have like a pretty awesome show.
Like
Do like
whole headlining.
Yeah, I mean, do something kind of cool like that. Man. But anyway, Ed, it has been great talking to you about NEMOPHILA and how you became a NEMOPHILA fan. This was fantastic. This is stuff I've been wanting to do for a good while, and thank you so much for making it possible. As someone who's a fan
I could talk about music forever,
Hey, I can too. It's good to talk about. I think people are interested. People want to hear from other fans, how they got into it, because maybe similar story. And your favorite songs and why they are your favorites. And of course we joked around about some other things, talked about some other things, as we are, human, we have lives, but it was good talking to you, Ed.
Thanks for having me on.
Like we can't say we need a Japan Clash of the Titans tour here. I absolutely agree. That would be great.
Well, if we, any other bands we want to talk about, just ask me.
Definitely. There's all sorts of bands on this channel I react to. I mean, there's Love Bites. You mentioned them already. Oh, I have yet to do a Love Bites fan talk stream. So maybe that'll be something we could do later on.
Well, you maybe want to wait till after next year, because they're coming to Atlanta for that festival.
Yeah.
And hopefully they'll announce, their own shows around the same time.
Dates. They have to. It would make no sense to play one show. It would make no sense.
Yeah,
if they do that, I'd be like, all right, guys, you convinced me. Their management is the worst. I'm like, my team is like, I'm team Love Bites, team the band, and if the band is satisfied with their management, then okay. There's all sorts of people be like, oh, their management's horrible. I'm like, the band seems to be happy with it. But if they only book one show,
I don't know if they have any control that much.
Probably not. I don't know. They seem to be happy. I don't know any more than that, right?
I mean, I would love to buy some of their merch from their official store, but Love Bites makes it a real big pain in the butt.
I've been able to do it with the Knockin' on Heaven's Gate, and I did pre-order the Knockin' on Heaven's Gate number 2. When you do it on their store, if it's something that they have like a third party, it'll take you through that.
The thing is, I'm talking about the stuff where they have like, I know there's some stuff that's like signed or something like that, or some stuff that comes with like, the special stuff, right? They make it a real pain as opposed to like buying their Blu-rays off a CD.
Okay, yeah, that is true. Hey, I'm a member of the fan club, and apparently I can't get the calendar. There's like a desk calendar that you can
Why
get.
not?
Because that one, I would have to go through a third party that would like give me a Japanese address. It would technically go to them, and then they would give it to me. So I'm like,
Japanese
whoa.
only.
Yeah. So
See, that's what I'm talking about. Why?
They're not thinking. They're not thinking. They're like,
yeah.
You don't love us. We love you. You don't love us back. Why don't you love me?
Yeah, now I remember. That's Victor Records of Japan, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a member of your fan club. Why don't you love me? It's only $5, whatever. And
okay.
They'll probably do like a. I became a member when they did the they call it The Shining, which I thought was a weird name for a concert. I was like, The Shining. I'm like, Stephen King?
Like the movie?
Yeah. What do you mean The Shining? Is it a horror show? No, they just do like it's a concert for like fans, like members of the fan club, but it's not. It's more like a jam session. It's an okay concert. It's fine, but it's not like it doesn't have all the bells and whistles and lasers and lights and all that stuff.
Okay. Not like you know this Korean pop singer named IU?
I think so.
Okay. Uh, she gives a lot to her fans. Trust me. She just did a whole like a 2 day, 2 concert arena show just for her fan club.
Wow,
So yeah, the
that's a lot.
Japanese could learn a little bit from the
It,
K-pop
it,
community.
well, they're gonna have some challenge. There's some Korean rock bands that are looking really good right now. Rolling Quartz, one
Oh,
of them.
like Rolling Thunder.
Rolling Thunder or Rolling Quartz? I thought it was Rolling
Oh,
Quartz.
Rolling Quartz. Yeah,
Yeah.
there is a Rolling Thunder too, right?
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Yeah, check
I'm
out
not
Rolling
sure, but
Thunder.
I know. Yeah, I know Rolling Quartz,
Yeah.
and I
Uh,
saw your reaction to Whiskey Dust, so
oh,
I
Whiskey
like them
Dust.
too.
Well,
Yeah,
they're Japanese, but yeah, and they're good.
yeah, yeah.
Anyway, man, Ed, it was great talking to you.
Okay, have
We could do this to the cows come home, man. Um, uh, but we got to have you on again to talk more about whatever band you want to talk about, and maybe Bandmate. Maybe I can actually do a Bandmate stream. Be like, guys, I actually do like them. Okay. But and in that one, you'll be more knowledgeable about Bandmate than I will. You could probably educate me about things and be like, oh, okay, cool.
um. Well, I've seen them 4 times now,
Okay, I've seen them zero
and
times. We like to see them.
I got the you know the number one VIP. Uh, well, they only had the two the higher VIP this year, but it ain't cheap. Let me tell you that.
I bet not.
It was like so I got the VIP like all 4 times that I saw them. And this year the VIP one was including the ticket, the ticket master fees was up around 270.
Oh wow, wow, whoa, that's a lot of money.
And for when I saw them in Denver, I still got in line at 5:40 in the morning. So,
Oh wow, yeah, you got to get there early, real early. You gotta.
well, the Denver venue was small, so I wanted a barrier spot at the spot where I wanted to stand.
Well, it was probably a smart idea because there's probably a line after. I mean, you were there. I mean, there was probably a lot of people anyway, right?
I was number 8 at 5:40.
See, and throughout the day, the line got longer, right?
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it did. It did.
See, good call. All right, Ed. We're
All
gonna go
right.
to rep
Have a
now.
good one.
You guys take it easy. Chat. Thank you so much. Camps. Razven. Thanks for watching. And if y'all want to share the stream out to anybody, you feel free to. And y'all take it easy and have a good one.
Have a good one, everyone.